The train in the fog. I should have arrived in the village of Rothwick by now. That was the plan. An early morning train from Greybridge, a window seat, a hot coffee, and 5 hours of peaceful countryside views before I reached the quiet northern town where the light falls just right in October. A perfect place for a travel photographer, soft skies, still lakes, and stories in the faces of weathered old buildings. But the train, it didn't follow the plan. It began with the fog. Not the soft kind that hugs the ground like a lazy dog. No. This was dense. Living. Almost, purposeful. Somewhere after the 4th hour, after we passed Linmere station, the landscape outside my window vanished, swallowed by a thick, bone-white fog. I pressed my camera against the glass, thinking it might make for a good time-lapse. But then the train jerked. Not like a turn, like a full shift sideways, as if we were sliding onto another track. I turned to the man sitting across the aisle. "Did we switch lines?" I asked. He blinked at me slowly. Then he smiled. "No," he said. "We're still going where we've always gone." His voice was calm. Too calm. It unsettled me. The carriage had changed, subtly. The blue fabric on the seats now had a strange swirling pattern I didn't remember. The overhead lights flickered more than they should. The windows, fogged from outside, were cold to the touch, but warm near the edges. I noticed odd things. And the people. They weren't the same. The young couple who had been arguing 2 rows behind me, gone. The old woman who shared her biscuits with the conductor, gone. Replaced by faces I didn't recognize. Pale faces. Smiling faces. They looked at me like they knew me. But I swear, I had never seen them before. I stood up and made my way down the aisle. The train rocked gently, but something about its motion felt wrong, like a boat drifting instead of rolling on tracks. "Excuse me," I asked a tall man with a briefcase. "Do you know when we'll reach Rothwick?" His eyes twitched. Then, slowly, he turned his head. "There is no Rothwick," he said simply. I laughed. Nervous. "What?" "There never was," he said. "You must be confused." I backed away. The announcement system crackled to life. "Next stop, Moorstone." Moorstone. That name didn't exist on my map. I pulled out my phone. No signal. No GPS. No Wi-Fi. My location was simply, blank. Even my photos from earlier were missing. Everything before the fog, gone. Panic tried to creep in, but I pushed it down. I returned to my seat and stared outside. The fog was finally clearing, just a little. Enough to see shapes, dark, crooked shapes in the distance. Trees. Buildings. The landscape looked unfamiliar. And old. The tracks twisted, branching off into routes that seemed impossible. Some looped. Others ended midair. One even turned straight upward into the mist, as though it was built for ghosts. This wasn't the countryside I remembered. This wasn't anywhere. The train slowed. A screeching sound, not metal on metal, but something deeper, like the scream of something alive. We stopped at a station with no signs. Just a platform. Empty. Cracked. Covered in dead vines. A single man stood there, holding a black umbrella. He stepped on board. And all the passengers stood to greet him. Except me. I tried to ask someone, anyone, what was happening. No one looked at me anymore. It was as if I had faded from their reality. Then, the man with the umbrella walked toward me. "Kayla," he said my name without introduction. "I didn't give you my name." He smiled. "You never needed to." I stood. "What is this place?" "You boarded the wrong train," he said softly. "Or perhaps, the train boarded you." He handed me something. A photograph. It was old, worn, black and white. In the picture, I saw myself standing on a foggy platform, camera in hand, looking straight into the lens. But I never took that picture. Behind me, the train was the same as this one. The same swirled seats. The same dim lights. The same, smiling faces. Where was this taken? I asked. He only looked at me. Then walked past and disappeared into the next carriage. I tried again to leave, pushed at the doors during the next stop. They wouldn't open. Not for me. Time passed. Or maybe it didn't. No one spoke to me. No one moved. And the train kept going. Then, a voice. Soft. Inside my head. Remember where you were going. I closed my eyes and tried to recall. Rothwick. My assignment. The lakes. The light. I gripped my camera. Clicked the shutter. And just like that, the train jolted. The fog peeled away like curtains drawn too fast. And there it was, Rothwick Station. I gasped. I ran. The doors opened. I stepped onto the platform, heart racing, lungs full of real, sharp air. People bustled around me, unaware. The train behind me hissed and pulled away. I turned. It was a different train now. Modern. Ordinary. No strange patterns. No umbrella man. I should feel relief. But even now, as I walk the quiet cobbled streets of Rothwick, something feels off. My camera. It still holds that photo. The black and white one. Of me, in the fog. And in the reflection of the cafe window across from me, I swear, for just a second, I saw the man with the umbrella. Smiling.
If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next one. Thanks for listening.